morning students, welcome to the online class. In this class I am going to tell you the test for carbon dioxide gas. In the previous class I told you about the test for hydrogen gas, children. Do you remember? Now in this class I am going to tell you the test, how to test the carbon dioxide gas. So for this one we have to do a small activity. Children, textbook page number 14. Okay children, for this one we need two test tubes. And we have to take some amount of lemon juice. And pour this lemon juice in the two test tubes. Children. And take marble chips. Do you know marble, children? It is used as a floor in our houses. So naturally it is made from marble chips. So you have to take marble chips and you have to add these marble chips to the first test tube. Only for first test tube only you have to add marble chips. Now you have to take the eggshells. Do you know the eggshells, children? Outer surface of the egg is known as shell. So it is known as eggshell. You have to take the eggshells. And these eggshells are added to the second test tube. Okay children, we have taken two test tubes and for the first test tube we are adding marble chips. Already lemon juice in the test tube is there. And in the second test tube we have to add eggshells to the lemon juice. Okay children, so keep it undisturbed for certain time. Okay children, in the first test tube lemon juice and marble chips, and in the second test tube lemon juice and eggshells are there. So keep it undisturbed. So after certain time we will observe some amount of gas is releasing from the test tubes because some chemical reactions take place in the two test tubes. So next, what is the next step that we have to do for testing this carbon dioxide gas is, see children, this is a test tube, this is another test tube, okay children, or this is known as gas collecting jar. Okay children, in this one lime water, okay children. So you connect this test tube here. Okay children, the gas which is formed in this test tube will be passed into this tube through this second test tube. Okay children, and in the second test tube we have to take lime water which is used as whitewash for our walls. It is not lemon, lime water. Okay children, in the second test tube we have to keep some amount of lime water. Now first you have to fix the first test tube here, and then the gas which is released in this one is entered into this gas collecting jar. Okay children, in the second test tube you have to keep some amount of lime water. Okay children, so we have fixed these two test tubes here. So in order to identify the carbon dioxide gas, what is the method? So if this lime water turns into milky white, okay children, this lime water, whenever if the gas formed in this test tube is carbon dioxide, then this lime water changes into milky white, that means pure white color. We will get a pure white color precipitate. Okay children, so what is the test here we are performing in order to identify carbon dioxide gases? This carbon dioxide gas turns into milky white. Carbon dioxide gas turns lime water into milky white. This is the test for carbon dioxide gas. So we have fixed two test tubes here children. In the first case also some gas is released, but here no carbon dioxide gas. Only when you are adding eggshells, if you are keeping second test tube here, then only in that eggshells, from the eggshells only we will get carbon dioxide gas. If that carbon dioxide gas mixes with this lime water, then it turns into milky white. This is the best test for carbon dioxide identification. So finally lime water changes into milky white. Children, this is the test for carbon dioxide gas. Next, textbook page number 15, children, activity 8. So how can we get by taking an acid and how to get a base? So if you add excess acid to a base, then we will get an acid. Suppose if you take excess amount of base, then it is added to an acid, then we will get a basic substance. Okay children, what did you learn up to now? How is an acid and what are its properties and how it changes the litmus paper? Children, do you remember acids changes blue litmus to red and bases change red litmus paper to blue. Okay children, and I already told you two indicators, phenolphthalein indicator and methyl orange indicator. Do you remember? Okay children, so here for this one you have to take a small test tube. For that small test tube you have to take HCl, that means hydrochloric acid. The name itself indicates that it is an acid. How much amount of this acid we are taking here? Only 10 drops. So for the 10 drops of hydrochloric acid, you have to add 2 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. 2 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. So do you remember children, when you are adding a phenolphthalein indicator to an acid, it becomes colorless. There is no reaction for this phenolphthalein indicator to the acids. I told you in the previous class. Once again, after that you will read children. So if you are adding these 2 drops of phenolphthalein indicator to this HCl, then that solution becomes colorless. That solution becomes colorless. That means no color. So for the same solution, so here in this test tube some amount of HCl is there. After that we have added some indicator. So totally what we will get up to now here? Colorless solution. So for this colorless solution you have to add more amount of caustic soda. Caustic soda means it is a base children. We are adding a base to the acidic solution. Okay children, base. And after adding this caustic soda to that test tube, you have to shake well slowly until the color in the solution turns into pink color. Actually, before adding this caustic soda, what is the color of this test tube solution? It is colorless. For that colorless solution, we are adding caustic soda. After that, we have to shake well until the solution in the test tube becomes pink. That means if you are adding a base to the phenolphthalein indicator, then it changes into pink color. So what do you know by getting pink color? Here a basic substance is formed. Okay children, here or here an acidic solution is formed by observing colorless solution. Okay children, now for that one we have to add again some amount of HCl for this pink color solution. Now what is the color of the solution in the test tube children? It is pink color. So for that pink color solution you have to add one acidic solution. That means you have to add hydrochloric acid, that is HCl. So and shake it well. Then we will get a colorless solution because phenolphthalein indicator changes the acids into colorless solution. Suppose if you don't know the colors, which indicator changes into which color, if you don't know, then we have the litmus paper test. So you can take the blue litmus paper and you keep some amount of drops of this solution on that one. Suppose that blue litmus changes into red, then that is the test for acid. Suppose you take the red litmus paper, you pour some amount of the solution on this red litmus paper. Suppose it turns into blue color, then that is the test for basic solution. Okay children, this is now up to now we came on colorless solution. So if we add excess base to an acid, then we will get a base. Suppose if you add excess amount of base then to an acid, then for which substance we have to add acid, so then we will get a base. Okay children, here caustic soda is a basic substance. I told you detergent, soaps, gels, creams, these are all best examples for bases children. This caustic soda is also a base. HCl is a base. So children, so if we add excess acid to a base, then we will get an acidic substance. Okay children, do you understand? So if you add an acid to a base, finally we will get a salt substance. Finally we will get a salt. Okay children. Now this salts I will tell you in this last section. Now coming to the fertile lands and organic manures. So children, nowadays farmers are using more amount of pesticides in order to get more amount of crop yield. In order to get good crop yield, they are using more amount of pesticides. So it decreases the nature of the soil. It decreases the fertility of the soil, because if the farmers are using these chemicals continuously, then the soil will become barren, because there are acidic quantities are more, sometimes basic quantities are more in the soil, sometimes the fertility also will become less. So the best way to use this organic manures. What is meant by organic manures children? The manure which is derived from plant and animal waste, that is known as organic manure. We can prepare at our home for our home plants children. So best use the best method in order to get the crop yield more is organic manure, and it won't causes any environment pollution. Okay, this is the safe method to get the crop yield also. Next, last topic in this class is salts. What is a salt children? If you take an acid like HCl, I told you now itself, hydrochloric acid. For that one add a basic substance, that is like caustic soda. Then we will get a salt. So how you will get the salts? If you combine an acid with a base, then a salt is produced. Okay children, if we combine an acid with a base, then we will get a salt. What is the use of these salts children? Textbook page number 19 you are having, page number 16. Textbook page number 16 you are having one table form. You see children, so acids, preparation of pickles. For the preparation of pickles, we are using acetic acid. All the pickles we will use acetic acid children, and for the preparation of pulihora we will use citric acid. Okay children, textbook page number 16 you are having. And for the cool drinks we will use carbonic acid, and removal of intestines we will use oxalic acid. And for the manures and batteries, sulfuric acid is used, and medicines, dyes, hydrochloric acid. Okay children, and for explosives nitric acid is used. So in the format of table you are having one table. In that one, so preparation of pickles, preparation of pulihara, okay children, explosives, dyes, in all these we are using acids. So acids are used in the preparation of pickles, acids are used in the preparation of pulihara, acids are used in the preparation of cool drinks. Okay children, you should not drink more amount of drinks, because drinks contains acids. So that's why you will get acidity problems, because you are consuming more acids into your stomach. So that's why acidity will comes. Okay, we will suffer with acidity. Okay children, don't drink too much of cold drinks, because it contains harmful acids. So these acids are very harmful to our body. In the next column you are having children bases. So removing of grease stains. In order to remove grease stains from our clothes, children, we will use ammonium hydroxide. Okay children, for removing ink stains we will use ammonium hydroxide, and soap solution contains potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide. We will use naturally soaps. So the soaps also contains bases. So which type of base they contain? Potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide. And the next one is bleaching powder. Bleaching powder, nowadays by if the person gets any corona in the street, they are spreading bleaching powder. So this bleaching powder contains some amount of base. What is the base contains this bleaching powder is calcium hydroxide children. Okay. Next, fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers means suppose if any fire occurs, then there will be safety devices in the schools, offices, shopping malls, cinema theaters. Okay children, that contains aluminium hydroxide. So these are the uses of acids. Now what are the uses of salts? See here children. So food preservatives. Food preservative means, we suppose pickles will be stored for a certain time. So for that one we have to add some preservatives. So which type of preservative that we use in order to preserve the pickles? That is common salt. We will use the salt. This is the use of salt. Next, washing clothes. Washing clothes will be using which type of salt? Washing soda. Washing soda is also a type of salt. Next, cool drinks, cakes. In order to prepare cool drinks and cakes, some amount of salt is also used. So which type of salt it is? Baking soda. Okay children, do you understand this, the uses of acids, uses of bases and uses of salts? Okay children, this is the end of our second lesson. Thank you children.